There is powerful planetary alignment in the month of March, and if you would like to know how is this going to affect your personal life, you need to watch this. Hello YouTube fam, welcome to Athena Virgo's channel. I'm Athena and I am your spiritual guide and your astrologer. I'm going to start this video today with powerful positive thoughts and affirmation, so please pay close attention. This is the time to shine, grow and manifest. There is magic of these cosmic moments, so embrace it. The power of the planetary shift is activating your manifestation. We start the month of March with Mars direct in Cancer. It's in full force. Mars is action-oriented. Mars takes initiative. Mars now have better understanding of how these plans will be implemented and accomplished. Mars will be forming a beautiful trine with Saturn in the 9th house, which will give Mars the support, the stamina, and the urge and the green light to take action, so long as Mars acts with integrity. We all know that Mars is aggressive, combative, impulsive, and mischievous. It's Mars at the end of the day. So it's totally up to you. If you embody the higher vibrational qualities of Mars, which is taking action, taking initiative, fight for what's right, then you'll be rewarded by Saturn. Otherwise, you'll be faced with the consequence. As you see in the chart here, on March the 8th, Mars will form beautiful trine with the Sun. The Sun is the ruler of a fire sign, is the ruler of Leo, and it's at 17 degrees 52 minutes in the sign of Pisces. This is very powerful. This is one of the most alignments of this month. This is like the Sun, the Father, the higher power, the sole purpose is giving Mars the green light, is supporting Mars to achieve Mars goals. And the Sun is exalted in Aries. So Mars at this point in time is empowered by this beautiful soul purpose. You need to believe in the power of your thoughts and intentions. That's exactly what the Sun is saying to Mars. Trust you are stepping into your most abundant reality, and everything you need to succeed is already within your power. That's the energy of the trine between the Sun and Mars. Neptune is the planet of hope, is the planet of faith, deep faith. Neptune is the planet of belief, any belief system. Neptune right now, as you see in the chart, is at an erratic degree, 29 degrees and 9 minutes. It's literally on the cusp between Pisces and Aries. Neptune will enter into Aries at the end of March, right after the new moon's solar eclipse in Aries. Regardless, we still feel that energy right now because once again, Neptune is on the cusp. Neptune obviously is very slow and almost entering Aries. The energy of this planet is very strong. We all feel that hope, that faith, the belief. Believe in what you're doing. Believe in the divine. Believe in the higher power, the higher source, God. Not only that, Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. And who is the co-ruler of Pisces? Jupiter. Jupiter also is forward and in full force in the sign of Gemini. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of belief system, of wealth, prosperity, abundance, and optimism. Jupiter will be sextiling Venus and Mercury in Aries during the first 2 weeks of March. This will bring hope and strengthen our belief and our faith in the divine. There is magnetic energy. There is undeniable magnetic energy, very powerful and unstoppable with both Jupiter and Mars forward. You need to trust that your soul is aligned with the energy of success and you are always taken care of. Believe you are co-creating a magic and fulfilling life and attracting the life of your dreams effortlessly. You also have to welcome positive changes and new beginnings. Allow yourself to dream bigger than ever before. Allow yourself to dream bigger than ever before. Be appreciative and grateful to all signs that are leading you to your destiny. The miracles are happening now around you. With Neptune conjunct the North Node and Mercury, and the Sun trines Mars and Jupiter full force forward, there are miracles around you. The path to abundance is widely open. Believe you are always at the right place and at the right time. Around this time, you just need to believe and have faith. Believe in miracles. On March the 2nd, both Mercury and the North Node in Pisces will come together at 28 degrees and 18 minutes. This is extremely powerful. For some, you might hear that is dreamy, confusing, causing illusion, delusion. That's true. We might also see lots of thunderstorms and rainstorms and lightning, foggy atmosphere. We all gonna witness all of this. Obviously, Mercury and Neptune. On March the 3rd, Mercury will enter into the sign of Aries and will station retrograde on March the 15th, as you see in the chart here. And then will continue the retrograde in Pisces in April. And once again, when Mercury enters into the sign of Aries, under the rulership of Mars, we will witness heated arguments. And we've witnessed that already now, as we see in many places, in many countries. Arguments, heated arguments, miscommunication, misunderstanding, harsh accusations, disinformation. And as I'm recording today's video on the 28th of February, right after the new moon, and a couple of days just before Mercury enters into the sign of Aries, that's ruled by Mars. Just today, we all witness the heated argument between Zelensky and the President Trump. We've seen how Zelensky was very argumentative, combative, talking down, kept interrupting the president. Meanwhile, the president was trying to achieve peace and end this war. Zelensky was very aggressive and argumentative, as though he's calling for a World War III. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Heated arguments, harsh accusations, stubbornness. Zelensky is a Scorpio sign, very stubborn, very aggressive, ruled by Mars. In the beginning of the month of March, we will see Mercury sextile the moon in Gemini. And this is all about information coming forward, revelation of data. It's also about the market. Mercury rules the market, and the moon is in Gemini. Mercury also rules trade, all kinds of trades, transportation, communication, telecom, network. So when it sextiles with the moon in Gemini, obviously Mercury is the ruler of Gemini. As I said, there will be lots of clarity coming up to the surface, or lots of information, hidden information coming up to the surface, and revelation of truth and revelation of secrets. In the mid of March, Mercury will sextile Jupiter. And this is very, very powerful. This is actually very positive. Will bring lots of information, abundance of information to the public. There will be calls for taking legal action, because Jupiter rules the legal system and is right now in Gemini under the rulership of Mercury. This is a good time to sign documents, agreements, and you will hear back from any government entities if you submitted any sort of applications. This will also bring resolution if there were any network glitches or disruption. Right after the lunar eclipse in Virgo in the south node, Mercury will station retrograde. Around March 11, 12, Mercury will enter the pre-retrograde period, because it's going to station retrograde on the 15th. So, and around 11, 12, 13, Mercury will form a sextile with Gemini. Mercury in Aries will form a sextile with Gemini in about 4 or 5 degrees orbs, or 4 or 5 degrees difference applying. However, this energy is powerful. At this time, you will see some clarity, the urge to sign documentation, to sign agreements. But you have to be careful, because Mercury is in a pre-retrograde period and will station retrograde on the 15th, right after the full moon lunar eclipse. So the full moon lunar eclipse is a call for us to end something that's no longer serving us. That's not going to work for the humanity anymore. The wars, the fights, any karmic toxic relationship. I'm going to speak further about it. What I'm trying to say here, we will also experience delays in signing these documentation, although there is that urge, that full power to sign those documents and agreements. But for some of us, not all of us, because this energy between Gemini, which is ruled, where Jupiter is, which is ruled by Mercury, it's going to affect mostly mutable signs. And I would say Aries as well. So you need to be careful when you sign any documents. You need to read the fine prints. You need to have full understanding of the terms and conditions, especially when it comes to signing legal documents. Maybe you should even ask a lawyer before you're signing anything. During this time, you need to welcome divine timing and perfect alignment. This perfect alignment between Jupiter and Mercury will open many, many doors in your path to your success. Now, I have to warn you that Mercury retrograde in Aries can cause issues on the road or even crashes. But that's not due to speed. No. Rather, that's due to something gonna break, something gonna go out of order all of a sudden. So be prepared to that. Flat tire, your brakes are not working all of a sudden, I don't know, some issue with your car, or even any transportation system, public transportation system, or even, as I said, could cause plane crashes as well. Mercury is a ruler of air signs, air elements, and Aries is fire, ruled by Mars. And if you mix oxygen, air, with fire, that could cause disasters. So be careful. Yeah, I'm sorry, but be careful. Mercury retrograde is very close to Neptune. Remember that. So we could see or experience zero visibility, winds, as I said earlier, rainstorms, thundering, lightning, all of this in the works, and we will see it. Once again, be careful when you are on the road. However, Mercury close to Neptune will bring miracles. You have to believe in unexpected things to happen. Once again, miracles. Everything is unfolding in perfect timing. Now, I want to remind you, if you were born with Mercury retrograde in your birth chart, you're good to go. You mastered the retrograde. All these issues that come with the planet Mercury when it goes retrograde, you've already mastered it. You know it off the top of your head. So you can deal with any delays, with any issues. In fact, it's gonna pass you by smoothly. Yes. The other planetary alignment that I want to talk about is Venus goes retrograde. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not a big fan of Venus retrograde, and I'm going to warn you now. No cosmetic procedure whatsoever. You're going to cut your hair, it's going to go wrong. Any results of any cosmetic procedure you take right now, it's going to go wrong. Venus actually is going to enter Aries on March the 1st in a retrograde motion, and is under the rulership of Mars, which is full force, direct. Because Venus rules aesthetics, physical appearance, and money as well. We will witness fluctuation in the stock market. We've already seen that. Because once again, we will feel the energy at least a week before the actual planetary shift. I know very well the stock market because I'm an investor. Everything is down. But that's okay. It's just a period of time. You need to have faith. Remember that. Once Venus goes direct in April, everything gonna change. Everything gonna change by the end of April. It will feel way much better because both Venus and Mercury will go direct. Also, we're going to be almost getting into Jupiter entering into Cancer, where Jupiter is exalted, where Jupiter is happy, where Jupiter is abundant, is going to give with no limits to everybody. I digress. Let me go back to Venus. Venus is the ruler of Libra and Taurus, the 7th house and the 2nd house. The 2nd house is the house of values, tangible values, self-value. That's what Taurus is, the 2nd house. And rules the 7th house, the house of relationship with the others. That's what Libra is. And Venus is retrograde in the 1st house of the zodiacal wheel, Aries, which is ruled by Mars. So, and I'm going to speak about each of the zodiac signs, but yes, we will experience, as I said, fluctuation in the stock market, the real estate. And as I mentioned before also, there is a crash. We are already experiencing the recession. There is a crash in the real estate. It's a slow, but it's inevitable. I mentioned that before. Real estate will crash during the North Node in Pisces. So we will see that for the next 2 to 3 years. In fact, I would say until probably 28, 29, 2028, 2029. Maybe we will recover from this recession by 2030. But once again, let me go back to Venus. Venus, as I mentioned, rules aesthetics. Venus is the goddess of beauty, attraction, physical appearance, aesthetics. No surgery whatsoever. It will go wrong. The problem is it will never be undone. Around this time, when Venus retrograde, for some signs, not everybody, yes, excess from the past gonna come back to your life, especially with Libra and Aries. But Mercury also retrograde rules that aspect. Yes, we will see excess coming back to our lives, calling us, asking about us. Try to do something to grab our attention. You know, when you mix Venus and Mercury, both retrograde in Aries, under the rulership of Mars, which is all about me, myself, and I, and look at me, and I'm the center of the world. You could be experienced dealing with somebody like that from the past. We'll do whatever it takes to get your attention, but be careful. Be careful, especially when Mercury goes direct and Venus. We will look at things in a different way. And I don't want you to regret anything that could cost you a lot, time and energy. Now, if there is something unresolved with a karmic relationship, it's going to reappear in your life. Yes, remember, we're almost at the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo, where the south node is. It's all about karmic relationships. This full moon lunar eclipse, it's an eclipse, means something needs to be eclipsed out of our lives and be dealt with for good, and let go and let God, because we're done with it. At the end of March, we will have a new moon solar eclipse in Aries. So, let me give you some dates about Venus. Now, Venus will have alignments, beautiful alignments with Jupiter, with Mercury. Yeah, Jupiter and Mercury, technically, and with Pluto. So, March 1st, Venus will sextile Jupiter. March 1st, Venus will be at 10 degrees and 50 minutes will sextile Jupiter in Gemini. Jupiter at that time is at 12 degrees and 22 minutes, as you see in the chart. And this sextile will be about for the first 2 weeks of March, and will conjunct Mercury exact on the 11th of March. And this is very beautiful aspect. Venus also will sextile Pluto in Aquarius. And this is all about the power of the beauty, the power of the goddess of beauty. She will get her power. She will be very empowered by Pluto. Remember, the sextile is a Venusian aspect, and she's sextiling with the god of the hidden world under the rulership of Mars. So you can imagine the energy. It's up to you. If you're rushing into any relationship around this time, you never know how it feels after. But you will see people will be attracted to you, especially if you are one of the cardinal signs or air signs. Yes, air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. This will affect you the most. But I see it affecting the cardinal signs as well, especially Aries, Cancer, and Libra, 100%. Now, on the 14th, we will have full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. On the 15th, the moon will move into Libra. The sun, the following day after the full moon lunar eclipse, we will see a beautiful grand trine between the moon in Libra, Uranus in Taurus, and Pluto in Aquarius. And at the very top, the sun, actually the sun and Saturn, but mostly the sun. The sun will be sextiling Uranus. The sun in Pisces will form a sextile with Uranus and Pluto. This is very beautiful aspect. Venus is not going to form a square with Mars, because Venus will reach 10 degrees and a little bit change in the sign of Aries, and then she's going to go back retrograde into Pisces. So she's going backwards. At that time, Mars is almost 18 degrees in Cancer, so there is no square with Mars. So don't worry about it, because Venus squares Mars means fighting, means challenge. So there is no square with Mars. In fact, Venus retrograde in Aries will smoothen up Mars energy, because Mars now is full force in Cancer. He wants to fight. He wants to do whatever it takes for what he's entitled to. So, Venus in Aries. And once again, I'm going to speak about each of the zodiacal signs, but Venus in Aries in retrograde, she's like the peacekeeper. She's going to calm down Mars. So, you will be dealing with a woman in your life who's going to smoothen up the energy, going to calm down the energy, and she's going to be the peacekeeper. This is for everybody, but in particular, Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn, and Taurus as well. In fact, not Taurus, because Taurus will experience Venus retrograde in the 12th house. So it'll be problematic for Taurus, 100%. But for the other signs, the cardinal signs, you will have a feminine energy. He's going to be very supportive, and she's going to act as the peacekeeper. Or it could be even a financial transaction. Now, Venus retrograde in the house of Aries, depending on who you are, obviously, especially Cancer and Libra, there could be some encounters with bosses or people in higher authority. So, or these people could be flirtatious, once again, trying to get your attention. So, be careful, because these people might change their minds, or you even might change your mind. So don't rush into any romantic relationship during this time. Take it easy, slow down, just go with the flow and enjoy your time. And trust that you will attract the right people at the right time. You will attract the opportunities of your lifetime as well. Because once again, remember, Venus will sextile Jupiter. Believe you are worthy of success, love, and happiness. You are exactly where you're meant to be right now. The full moon, lunar eclipse in Virgo, where the south node is, once again, as I mentioned earlier, this is all about the culmination of some sort of relationship or situation, karmic relationship or karmic situations that need to end. It reached the culmination and it's time for it to be eclipsed out of our lives. And it ends. It will end. Because the eclipse is the divine intervention to eclipse something out of our lives. And I've mentioned that before. Full moon lunar eclipses, especially where the north-south node is, it could be very much a loss of loved ones. And I'm so sorry, but it is what it is. It's their time to cross over to the other world. And the moon is the representation of the mother, or a figure in your life that has the placement or the status of the mother. It could be grandmother, it could be an aunt, it could be a sister, older sister, or a sister. It's a representation of feminine energy. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. It's a south node plus full moon lunar eclipse. It's like 10 times stronger than a regular full moon, or even a lunar eclipse, because it is where the south node is. It's going to be powerful and painful for some. Doesn't mean everybody will see that. No. I lost my mother, she was an Aquarius, during a full moon lunar eclipse in Aquarius. And I've seen the death of my mom a couple of years before she died. And when we've had that full moon lunar eclipse in Aquarius, she passed away. She's an Aquarius. And I'm not saying this to Virgo specifically. No. There are other factors around this, but I'm just giving you an example. If it's not the death, it could manifest in different ways. A situation, a karmic relationship is going to end. That's not serving you anymore. That's not for your higher purpose and higher good. It needs to end. It needs to be eclipsed out. For some, it's end of illness, pain. For others, it could be a relocation, moving, leaving a job. Because remember, Virgo is the 6th house in the zodiacal wheel that rules service. People we serve, a group, co-workers, colleagues. For some, yes, it's end of a job, or at that particular place. Now, once again, it depends on where Virgo is in your, the placement of Virgo in your, either your birth chart or the placement of Virgo, or how it is related to you. Like, for example, for Cancer, and I'm going to speak once again about each of the zodiacal sign. For Cancer, Virgo is the 3rd house. So this could be the end of relationship with the neighborhood or siblings. Or if there were issues with neighbors or siblings, this is going to come to culmination. It's going to be eclipsed out. You could be relocating. It could be a car that's going to break, and you're going to purchase a new one. It could be a software, a gadget, electronic, appliances, whatever. I'm just giving you an example of how is this going to manifest for Cancer. Remember, the North Node is in Pisces. So we have to believe that this needs to end. It could be a habit. It could be addiction to antidepressants or even a habit of eating, sweets or carbs or anything along those lines. Losing weight, because remember, Virgo rules your health as well. And I'm sorry, Virgo rules your pets as well. So for some, they're going to be, unfortunately, a loss of a pet. Yeah. Once again, it's a South Node. It is fated. It's destined. We will see around this time lots of fated events. It doesn't have to particularly on the 14th of March. It could happen anytime. Even like, I would say, 5-7 days before the full moon. Once again, it's eclipse. It's very, very extremely powerful. Something needs to end. It's completed. We're done with it. We're moving on. Because there's something new that's going to come into our lives. You just have to believe and have faith. Let's welcome prosperity and abundance in our lives. It's in the works for all of us. Remember, the North Node is in Pisces. Neptune's still there and is almost entering. Neptune is on the cusp. I repeat again, this is all about miracles. This is our perfect time to believe, receive, and achieve. Everything you've ever wanted will find you. It will never miss you. Open your heart to receiving endless blessings. The cosmos is working to your favor right now. Release fear and embrace the magic of the unknown. Release fear and embrace the magic of the unknown. This is the time to shine, grow, and manifest. This is the time to shine, grow, and manifest. I'll see you in each of the zodiacal signs. Hello Pisces, how's going? Happy new moon in Pisces. We've just had the new moon in Pisces on the 27th of February. I'm pretty sure you're still enjoying the new moon. It's a beautiful new moon in your sign, of course. And once again, happy birthday to March-born Pisces. I'm recording today's video on the 28th of February, the day after the new moon. And this reading is going to cover the first 2 weeks up till the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo in your opposite sign. Okay, so Pisces, as you see in the chart here, Neptune, this is basically the transit chart starting March the 3rd, because that's when I actually see a shift, planetary shift. And I would really suggest that you watch the first part of the video, because I covered all major aspects that's going to happen in March for the first 2 weeks. So yeah, as I said, Neptune, your ruler, is at an erratic degree, is forming a conjunction with the North Node and actually Mercury as well. You see Mercury here just on the March the 3rd enters into Aries, but the first two is still forming triple conjunction with Neptune and the North Node. But Mercury is going to form exact conjunction with Neptune on the 2nd of March. Okay, so I want you to be careful about, or around this time. I mean, the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd. The 1st of March, obviously tomorrow. Be careful this energy. I said the same thing to Aries, because I believe this is going to affect you and Aries the most, because both are especially Neptune is on the cusp between you and Aries. Okay, this is going to give the energy of illusion, delusion, escapism, sleeping, procrastination, over optimism. It could be also resorting to some sort of recreational drugs. That doesn't have to apply to everybody. It could be also migraine, headaches, or something along those lines, okay? Also, in terms of driving, if you're on the road or planning to travel, try to avoid the first few days of March, because this also can cause zero visibility on the road, or it can cause lots of rains and foggy, it's going to be hard to see, zero visibility, foggy, okay? Rains, thundering, rainstorms, and things of that nature. Now, Mercury is going to station, Mercury now, or in the next few days, is going to be in the pre-retrograde period and the shadow period, and it's going to station retrograde, right before, after the full moon lunar eclipse in your sign. Now, on the other hand, this triple conjunction can also make you feel or make you do lots of soul searching, or maybe some sort of rituals, or prayers, or things of those lines, along those lines, okay? Now, the sun in your sign is squaring Jupiter in your fourth house. Jupiter is now forward in your fourth house, and the sun squaring Jupiter in your fourth house. So that tells me there's going to be some sort of challenge, or somebody in your homeland, or somebody lives with you, a partner, something happening in your house or in your homeland, or could be related to a male person, okay, masculine energy, that's causing challenge for you, okay? Headaches, miscommunication, arguments. It's kind of overwhelming for you, okay? Whoever this person is challenging you, is creating trouble technically. There are issues between both of you, okay? Now, on the other hand, what else? Yeah, I see this very strong for the first 2 weeks. Okay, so now let me move to the 14th of March. Okay, the 14th of March, this is the 11th. I don't want to... I mean, there are good aspects on the 11th of March, but I spoke about it in the intro, so please watch the introduction, okay? So as you see, on the 14th of March, there's going to be a full moon lunar eclipse in your opposite sign, okay? This is the house of your partnership. This is your 7th house. This is, once again, the house of your partnership of all sorts. And as you see, the moon here is in conjunction with the south node. The north node is in your sign, and the south node is in your opposite sign. And it's a full moon lunar eclipse. This is the divine intervention, something faded, okay? It's gonna happen, okay, to eclipse something out of your life related to a situation or partnership in your 7th house. It could be related to your work, it could be related to your spouse, a romantic partner, any partner that you're dealing with in your environment. This full moon lunar eclipse is a culmination of this karmic situation, and it needs to end, okay? It needs to be eclipsed out of your life, because the south node is related to past life karma, okay? It's something karmic, it's toxic, it needs to end. It's causing too much chaos in your life. It's very chaotic, it's very overwhelming for you. You're sick and tired, especially with Saturn in your house. It was causing too much anxiety and fear and disruption in your life. So this is going to end. It should end. You probably all of a sudden, it could be also, you decide that you want to move out, okay? And leave the partner, or it could be
related to, I'm trying to think here, legal matter, okay? You could decide, it could end this legal matter if there is battle in the court related to your division of assets, or divorce or something along those lines. It could be finalized around this time as well. Okay, or any other legal battle. It could be even related to your work, okay, or somebody you're dealing with, I don't know, some sort of enemy, or it could come to culmination, could be finalized. You're going to receive the court order. That's really what I see around. Or you're going to say, that's it, I'm done with this, I'm giving up, I'm going to leave the situation. For some of you, I see relocation, to be perfectly honest. Okay, or quitting a job. It could be also because you've been dealing for a while with toxic coworkers. Okay, I also what I also see, because Neptune is the ruler of your house. Okay, and Neptune is at an erratic degree here on the cusp between your house and your second house. I see you doing lots of soul searching. Okay, you become very spiritual. You're gonna dig deep into spirituality, occult, mysticism, and all those cool stuff. Now, Venus is retrograding in your second house. Venus is the ruler of your third house and your eighth house. Okay, so eighth house is eighth house is the money comes from your partner. Okay, from partnership. It's not from it's a shared resources house. Okay, and Venus is retrograding in your second house, so that tells me there's going to be a loss of money that's coming from shared resources. It could be, once again, due to separation or divorce between you and your partner. So there's going to be lack of financial resources here. Okay, because Venus rules money and is retrograding in your second house. Venus also rules aesthetic and physical appearance, so be careful around this time. I don't see you doing something physical related to your physical appearance. I see it more of a loss of source of money. Okay, Mercury also is going retrograde. The follow is going to station retrograde on the 15th of March in your second house, so be careful. There could be, it's funny, Mercury is around this time, the first 10 days before the retrograde is going to be in the shadow period. Okay, so you could be regretting something. Okay, this is going to give you and it's going to station retrograde on the 15th, right after the full moon, okay, in your seventh house. So you could be feeling, some of you, reminiscing, okay, about this relationship, or some sort of regret, or you're thinking, oh my goodness, now I used to get some money from this partnership, now I don't have money. Okay, so that's how Mercury retrograde is going to give you the feeling that you regret your decision. Okay, and you shouldn't have done so. You shouldn't have rushed into this decision. But I believe once Mercury goes direct, you're gonna come to realization that you've taken the appropriate action. Okay, Pisces, that's what I have for you. Rest assured that this full moon lunar eclipse in your seventh house is for your higher good. It's to end something or eclipse something that wasn't serving you. Okay, wasn't serving your sole purpose. It was very overwhelming. It's very causing too much anxiety in your life. Okay, you're gonna have a breath of fresh air once you're done with this. Trust me on that. And I just want to remind you that there's going to be a new moon solar eclipse in your second house. Okay, it's a solar eclipse and it's a new moon, and on the 30th of March, and then Neptune is going on the 29th actually, and Neptune is going to enter into Aries, your second house, the very following day. So I'm not going to talk too much about it now, but this tells me that there are going to be a new resource, a new financial resources open for you. It could be a new job, okay? It could be increase in money or something along those lines, because it's a new moon solar eclipse. It's very potent, okay? Any solar or lunar eclipse is very strong, okay? But this is a manifestation of something new that's gonna come into your life. And once again, anything related to eclipses or full moon or new moon, it's all fated, okay? It's all destined. It's gonna have to happen, okay? And that's what I have for you, Pisces. I wish you a happy birthday for the Piscean who were born in March, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello Virgo, how's it going? So Virgo, I started this reading actually with Pisces, Aries, and yourselves, because we are going to have a full moon lunar eclipse in your house on the 14th of March. I would highly suggest that you watch the first part of the video, because I spoke about the general energy and the planetary shifts during the first 2 weeks of March, and this reading is going to cover only the first 2 weeks of March until the full moon in Virgo. So I'm just going to start off with the full moon in Virgo, which is going once again to happen on March the 14th. And what are my predictions related to this full moon? It's a full moon lunar eclipse. It's the divine intervention to eclipse something out of our lives. It's something toxic, it's something karmic, because as you see here, the moon is in conjunction with the south node. Okay, and the south node is related to karma coming from our past life that we need to deal with in this life, but it's coming to culmination. It needs to end, and it's happening in your house. The south node in your house and the full moon lunar eclipse in your house. Okay, you see here the sun is in your opposite house in Pisces, and Saturn is in your opposite house. This is your 7th house. This is the house that deals with all kind of partnership. The north node is in your 7th house, and I spoke about the north node in the 7th house, which means that you need to change your perspective, the way you communicate with your partner. You need to let go of control, and you need to be more flexible and go with the flow. Okay, now also Neptune is on the 14th, is at an erratic degree, is on the cusp between Pisces, your 7th house, and your 8th house. Aries. Mercury is retrograding, or is gonna station retrograde on the 15th of March in your 8th house, and Venus is retrograde in your 8th house from the very first day of March. Venus rules your 2nd house, okay, and rules your 10th house. Okay, sorry, Venus rules your 2nd and your 9th house. Okay, Venus rules Taurus, that's your 9th house, and your 2nd Libra. So that tells me that there could be a loss of resources due to separation, or separation from a partner, or it could be loss of a job. There is a financial lack. Okay, financial lack in the house of shared resources. Okay, so, and shared resources is going to come from a partner. This partner doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It could be a father, it could be a mother, it could be a sister, a brother, any person in your 8th house that's a partner, that there's money coming from them. It could be also money coming from child support. It could be money coming from insurance claim. It could be coming from government assistance. Anything. I see lack here. Okay, I see loss of this resource. Okay, of this money. Okay, now the full moon lunar eclipse. Now the moon rules women. Okay, and rules the mother, rules the people. Rules the roots, the house. That's the full moon rules. That's the moon in general. Rules the 4th house. Rules Cancer, and Cancer is 8, 9 is your 11th house. Okay, so that there could be, there could be a loss of a dear friend, okay, or a group that you worked with. It could be something related to a job, okay, or a group you belong to. It could be also you're getting married, you're moving out from your house, okay, so you're missing your mother, you're missing your sister, you're missing the family, the people that they were very close to you. It could be, I'm not gonna lie to you, Virgo, that's not gonna resonate with everybody. There could be a loss of a female figure in your family, okay. It could be, I don't know, a female figure. When I say a loss, it could be a death, because that's what the full moon lunar eclipse, okay. It could be also you've been dealing with health issues because it's happening in your first house, and now this health matter, it's gonna come to a culmination, it's gonna end. I don't know. It's you either, I don't know. Oops, sorry, I'm gonna have to erase all of this. Okay, so it could be, yeah, as I said, it could be a health matter that you've been dealing with, okay, for too long. Now this matter, it's ending, okay. You're probably healing from an illness, or somebody in your family. If it's not, for some of you, it's going to be a loss to a mother, okay, or a grandmother, okay, or yeah, and they're accordingly, they're going to be loss of financial resources. For others, it could be a loss, or it could be an ill parent or mother, okay, and now this parent or a mother or a grandmother is healing. She found the treatment. It could go either way, okay. It's an eclipse. It's a situation that's going to end. It could be related to you. It could be related to a female figure in your home, in your house, okay. If it's not even a mother, it could be a mother-in-law. So you take it as it resonates. Now, once again, for each one of you, it resonates different, okay. And I'm not wishing anything upon anybody. I'm just giving you, it could come out different ways, okay. It could be even a wife, okay. It could be if whoever listening to me is a masculine or a male figure, then you could be losing your wife, and I'm so sorry for your loss, but I see this happening, okay. Because once again, the moon covers a female figure, okay. If it's not, she could be a mother of your children, and I'm so sorry, but I have to say what I see, okay. You could be also dealing with some issues related to your work, okay. Oops, I have to pause here. Yeah, sorry, Virgo, I had to pause because I was scribbling all over the chart. Now, on the other hand, what I was saying is, because there is Saturn is sitting here in your 7th house, okay, and Saturn is dealing with your business partners as well, and there is a conjunction between the Sun and Saturn. For some of you, I see actually there could be a new job opportunity coming into the play for you, a new commitment, a new contract related to your work, okay. Or it could be you're coming to a settlement agreement with your partner, and there could be ending to a legal matter that's took too long, okay. Yeah, so there could be a settlement here, a legal matter you're dealing with, okay. It's proposing you, once again, there could be some loss here, but on the other hand, what I see also with the conjunction between the Sun and Saturn, to me it appears to be a commitment, an agreement, okay. Yeah, I don't see it as marriage, to be perfectly honest, around the full moon. I don't see it as marriage. I see it as agreement, either for separation signing a new agreement related to work or new contract, something along those lines. Okay. Now the sun here trines in your 7th house, trines Mars in your 11th house. Yeah, so you could be joining new groups. That's why I'm saying it could be a new agreement. For some of you, it could be once again a legal matter. You know, you could be you could have gotten a ticket or something, a traffic offense or something along those lines. Okay, or as I said, or inheritance, or division of assets, that something that was taken too long in court and now it's going to come to culmination. Yeah, but I see that you're going to receive good news nonetheless. Okay, because Mars is forming conjunction with the sun and trining Mars. I see this, and also the sun and Saturn forming a beautiful sextile in your 9th house. Okay, so for some of you it could be also a sudden travel, or you receive news that the judge is finally finalizing this legal issue or legal proceedings, and you're gonna get the settlement, or you're gonna get the order. Okay, I see it. Yeah, I see that you're gonna have a breath of fresh air, that finally this matter is ending. Okay, and you can move on and you can do something new in your house, in your life. Okay, now on the other hand, I don't know if I mentioned that this full moon lunar eclipse, it could be also related to health matter related to you. Okay, or it could be a mother, as I said. You could be receiving pleasant news related to this health matter. Okay, I'm just trying to see if there's anything I didn't cover, Virgo. Yeah, that's pretty much what I see, Virgo. Now, in terms of loss, okay, if there's loss, it doesn't have to be loss direct in your family. It could be even a loss of a mentor or a teacher, or because once again the moon rules your 11th house. It could be a friend. You could be cutting severing ties with a group that you belong to, or or a certain friend. Okay, yeah, that's in terms of loss. It could manifest different ways to each one of you, so you take it as it resonates. And that's what I have for you, Virgo, for the first 2 weeks of March. Stay tuned for the last 2 weeks of March. There's going to be a new moon solar eclipse in your 8th house. This is a very beautiful, potent new moon solar eclipse. Okay, eclipses, whether they are solar or lunar, they are very faded, destined. They are very potent. Yes, and that's what I have for you, Virgo. I wish you best of luck.